Formula One is the pinnacle of speed, sport and cutting-edge technology. What if we took a step back? Forget the 20 onboard cameras, the immersive 3D replays and the endless streams of data. What if we experienced the entire race on nothing more than an LED strip? And there's no better race to do it for than Abu Dhabi, the last race of the season, but also the race that is in 10 days from now. Now the first crucial part is knowing where the cars are. Now thankfully there are sources online that let me get this data during real time. I don't have to input the data myself. And we can plot this on a graph and now you can see, well, there's the outline of the track. Now the issue with this is it's an arbitrary scale. 0, 0 could be anywhere on the track. So how do we map the location of a car to a percentage on the track? My solution, make a quick web app that allows me to load the data up and click and make my own little path. Does that work in a scalable way? No. Is it a perfect solution for every track? No. Would it work for this? Yes. And if you are wondering how would this work for something like Suzuka, where the tracks cross, and my solution for that would be do Abu Dhabi, not Suzuka, because then you don't have that problem. Anyway, enough nerdy stuff, let's talk about actually building something physical. So the LED strip I ordered was 5 meters long. So naturally, the track needs to be 5 meters long as well, otherwise you're going to get too much strip or not enough. My first attempt was to download the path online and then ask ChatGPT to write some code to make it a certain length. So when that didn't work, I tried rewording my prompt a few times, but still no luck. And then finally I realised if I'm going to write ineffective code, it may as well be me doing it. There's no point asking a bot to do it for me. I am now realising that, I said no more nerdy stuff, but we're still in that realm. But anyway, ask ChatGPT to write a little bit more code, add a few more lines to give me a few more guides when I'm cutting, and then print the template. And by print, I mean wrestle a printer for half an hour. But now I need to do the world's weirdest jigsaw and align all these. How confident am I that the code I used to write this works? I can tell you now, I was not very confident. They say measure twice, cut once. Right now I'm measuring 0 times and just cutting, so let's make sure it fits. Then I went to go about doing some truly questionable measuring. I'd come up with this weird theory that if I cut the string, that if I used all the string, the track was the right length. Yeah, that wasn't accurate, as you could probably guess. Then I turned to just eyeballing it with the strip, and it took so long my camera died. It was definitely over 5 meters. Which meant wrestle the printer again, have another whinge about how terrible that process is. And then I measured the new length off camera, and I was still a little bit unsure. I did the measurements and I checked the light would fit. I think it will. Just. Maybe. But I've already reprinted all the sheets once and I'm not doing it again. But I am currently accepting that risk at 9 o'clock at night, with 5 days of spare time left to do this essentially. Let's start routing. I give up for tonight. I don't know if it fits. I need to make the holes a bit bigger, but I am done. New tool unlocked, it's a Dremel. So the channels I made are like exactly the right size, which means they don't fit. You have to like add tolerances and stuff. I didn't do that. So to make them a tiny bit bigger, I'm just gonna do a one pass, a once pass, I'm gonna pass over them once with a Dremel with a sanding bit. Okay, that might have been a bit too much, it kind of blew up. That's like the perfect amount. Like when that's screwed together, that's perfect. So now I just need to cut everything out with a jigsaw, which is gonna take ages. But let's go, this is great, this is good, I'm happy. I wasn't even stressed that this wasn't gonna get finished and I had 3 days to do it and I had to rush back home to try and get a Dremel because if it goes to tomorrow then that's off the critical path and we don't have time for stuff like that. We are against the clock. I thought I'd finished. That was just the first board. We've got to do it all again. To connect the various pieces of wood together, I use these joining plates that I could recess in the back so they could still go flush against the wall. Okay, it is now 10 o'clock at night. Tomorrow I need to paint this, put the round over bits around the edge. Maybe, I probably should have done that before I put it all together because like getting that bit in between some of the tight areas, it's going to be really difficult, but that's tomorrow's problem, not tonight's. Now with the progress of the physical assembly coming along pretty nicely, I thought we'd go back to doing some actual coding and integrating the LED strip with the code I'd already got. So this has really kicked my ass so far. Normally the coding bit is the bit I'm best at. I've really been going through it, trying to do this. I thought this was going to be a quick, easy project. Not quite the case. I have a theory as to what might be happening. The most annoying part about this is the issue I was facing is a really nerdy topic that I don't want to bore you with. It's to do with multi-threading and parallelization. I'm not going to say any more. It was a pain in the ass. It wasn't working. Oh. Wait, it's just white. Oh, it's simulating a race start? That is really strange. Now I know as a freeze frame this might not look like a success. A sleep-deprived man lying on the floor with an LED strip around him with a few coloured pixels moving around. But those coloured pixels were a replay of Singapore 2023, I'll have you know, and I was overjoyed. Maybe I just didn't quite show it. Oh, that's crazy. My testing time is very limited. There are 3 races left, one of which is Abu Dhabi, the race I'm making it for, so if I'm doing testing then, it's not ready, so that doesn't work. And the one before that is Qatar, but I'm on holiday, so I can't really test it for that. Which leaves Vegas. And Vegas, well, I'm not gonna watch Vegas because it's on at 6 a.m. Despite the early start, this all worked pretty well. Originally, I was trying to be 10 seconds behind real time, but as the race went on, the data source I was using was slowly falling behind real time as well. I assume it was due to a lot of other people requesting the data. I ended up upping the delay to about 40 seconds, just so I had a really nice long buffer. If I couldn't get data for a little while, the strip would not freeze or buffer up. It would just play through what it had already downloaded. And all that was left now is the physical bits. Tidy up the edges, add a little round over finish to the edge so it's not like that straight cut, and give it a paint job. It is really cold in here today, but the time is 8 o'clock and we're getting started. Now I've 3D printed this little thing here. It's going to allow me to put it in the groove and then I can see where the edge of the track should be because my cutting wasn't the best. Pause right there. Why on earth do I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame? What is this build? How do you achieve this? I really regret doing this. This is taking forever. Or I regret assembling it and then trying to do the details around the edge. I should have just done it before I put it all together. The finish this has come out with is pretty okay. I mean, look, I'm no woodworker. It's kind of the look I was hoping for, bar the wiggly, straight, wiggly lines. So I went with matte black paint, mostly because it hides any slight mistakes I've made, but also because I had some on the side. That was probably the main factor, to be honest. Today is the day. It's currently 12:35. In 25 minutes the race starts, and as you can see, the cars are lined up on the grid. And I'm also now noticing this is very difficult to film to keep me well lit and this visible. In real life, it looks great and all the colours are very vibrant and visible. Oh, and we mounted it on the wall. I kind of glazed over that. It was untraumatic, which is great.